covering the Central Coast. This is KION News Channel 46 at 6 o'clock.
Well, attention Central Coast shoppers. Black Friday officially is here. You can see the lines of shoppers that were waiting outside several stores. People wanted to get inside to snag the best deal of the year. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 6. Shoppers in Salinas were lined up at Walmart on North Davis Road and Target on North Main Street, ready to get their holiday shopping out of the way. Around 70 people waited outside of Walmart, while over at Target, it had close to about 50 people with their shopping carts ready to go. One local shopper was excited to get in line to get those Black Friday deals.
I'm glad they brought traditional Black Friday back. And just checking out the deals, see what's special. And then get to see the ads in the paper this year. So missed that.
Even though stores are advertising deep price cuts, prices have gone up on many items, and it's all because of inflation. Analytics company DataWeave says electronics, appliances, and toys all cost more this holiday season compared to last year. But have you started your holiday shopping? I know I'm trying to get a jump start on that. So the National Retail Federation surveyed shoppers to find out what they're looking for during the holiday weekend and what gifts they want to see this year. Elise Preston has the latest.
Holiday bells harmonize with seasonal sales to usher in the most wonderful time of the year. Customers will be hitting stores all day long to kick off Black Friday. The National Retail Federation predicts more than 166 million people will make purchases this weekend, with 114 million planning to shop today online and in stores, even if the prices might be higher.
How is inflation impacting shoppers, particularly on Black Friday?
We're seeing a lot of consumers say, I need to make every dollar count. And I think that's where we're seeing a lot of focus on finding great deals and promotions. And that could be bringing some of the interest to this year to Thanksgiving weekend.
The NRF predicts there will be 8 million more shoppers this year than last. For nearly 60% of shoppers, the deals are too good to pass up. Others say it's for tradition or a way to enjoy their time off.
Where are people going to find the best deals?
The hottest product categories are going to be electronics, like TVs, speakers, headphones, small kitchen appliances. So that's your air fryers, that's stand mixers. And finally, we think that there will be some great deals on board games and toys this holiday season.
What is the best way of attacking getting all those deals this Black Friday weekend?
You can create a wish list. What that allows you to do is kind of organize your thoughts, organize what you're going to get for folks, limit the additional spending that might be more impulse-based.
Small tips will go a long way for saving big this weekend.
Last year's holiday sales totaled $889 billion, shattering previous records. The question this weekend, will new records be set? Elise Preston, CBS News, Fairfield, New Jersey.
In Washington, D.C., Black Friday brought protests for online retailer Amazon. Demonstrators held a Make Amazon Payday protest outside an Amazon Fresh store in Northwest D.C. Protesters say they want the billion-dollar company to pay its workers, pay its taxes, and pay for climate damage it's causing. And a possible rail strike is looming next month, and that could create some huge delays for your holiday shopping. Not to mention major supply chain issues if the nation's largest railroad unions don't reach an agreement by December 5th. 12 unions are asking for worker raises and more sick leave, or the first of the unions would walk off the job, which would create a rippling effect in the economy just weeks before Christmas. And 'tis the season for holiday family fun. There are several events that are happening this weekend for you to enjoy. From the Santa Cruz Fairgrounds with the holiday lights to Monterey's ice rink and tree lighting ceremony, we're breaking down what's happening right here on the Central Coast. The holiday lights are back out at the Santa Cruz County Fairgrounds tonight. If you're interested, tickets are $20 per person per vehicle. But each ticket will get you access to the drive-through light show at the fairgrounds. There is a special price for a walkthrough, and a holiday fair event is also scheduled for December 2nd and 3rd. Heading over to Monterey, Cannery Row is lighting their tree today at the Steinbeck Plaza. There will be Christmas carolers, holiday music playing, plus families can visit and take pictures with Santa Claus. That started at 4 p.m. this afternoon, and it runs until You can check out all the fun on Saturdays and Sundays from noon to 3 p.m. And still staying in Monterey, get ready to lace up those skates. Ice Skating by the Bay is officially back at the Custom House Plaza in Monterey. Several skaters have been looking forward to this winter wonderland.
2 weeks ago because I was like, I want to go ice skating, and it said it opened today, so I was really excited.
This is kind of like the only big Christmas thing around here, so yeah, it's pretty fun.
I thought it was actually really cool. Like, the ice is really nice, and just like the people, there's a lot of people here, and so I thought it was pretty unique that way.
And it will continue to be open on Mondays to Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then on Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. Ice Skating by the Bay lasts until New Year's Day 2023. For more details on admission and a schedule of events, you can head to our website, newschannel46.com. And you can see what other holiday events are also happening on the Central Coast. Just head to our website, again, newschannel46.com. And tonight's a big night for Monterey High School as they look to come out as CCS football champs. They're taking on Palo Alto High School on neutral ground tonight at 7, so in just about an hour, it'll take place at Sequoia High School in Redwood City. According to CCS data, the last time Monterey High were division champs in football was actually back in 1998. The last championship round appearance was back in 2010. We'll have more details from the game in just a bit, but let's see how the weather is for tonight.
It was a pleasant Friday with temperatures still above average for this time of year, but if you do have an early start tomorrow morning, here's what you can expect. Sunrise is at 6:57 a.m. Our coastal locations will be in those mid-40s, so we will be slightly warmer again tomorrow morning, and we do have the chance of seeing a few low clouds around our coastal locations, and patchy fog is also possible. Our inland areas will be in those upper 30s to low 40s for the most part. We'll be warming up into those 50s and upper 40s by that 10 a.m. hour, and by lunch we'll be in those 60s with our coastal locations hanging out in those low 60s, while our inland locations will still be hanging out in those upper 60s for most areas. Overall, it is going to be a nice day, even though it's going to be slightly cooler, and that cool down is going to continue through the weekend, and next week it is going to get cold. We do have some rain chances we are watching for you. I have your full forecast in just a bit.
And I don't know about you, but one of the things I look forward to post-Thanksgiving is the leftovers. I have some leftovers for my dinner tonight. But before you dig into that meal, here's a few tips to make sure your food is safe to eat. According to USDA food safety experts, the most important thing is to make sure to store your food in the fridge within 2 hours of preparing it. And you want to make sure leftovers in the fridge are eaten within 4 days. You can also freeze them for up to 3 to 4 months. But when you do decide to warm them back up, here's something to keep in mind.
And then the next day, when you actually go to warm up your leftovers, reheating them to a safe internal temperature of 165 degrees. That reheating process will help kill any bacteria that might be remaining and make sure that they're safe to eat.
Leftovers should always be kept in a sealed storage container or in an airtight packaging to keep all the good stuff and fresh in and all the bacteria out. And tonight, Hollister police investigating a shooting that happened on Thanksgiving near San Felipe and Santa Ana Road. Officers said it happened around 10:30 p.m. when someone in a white SUV fired a gun 4 times towards another person that was walking in the area. No one was injured, but if anyone has any information, they are asked to contact Hollister PD. And a Northern California horse ranch gearing up for a holiday spectacular. Straight ahead, how one woman's love of horses is helping people with their mental health. Plus, a new report reveals that students did worse on standardized tests in 2022. So what's the reason behind it? We explain.
Brought to you in part by the Good Feet Store. For foot, leg, and back pain relief, go to the Good Feet Store.
Hey guys, Josh Stein, General Sales Manager here at Gold Star Buick GMC, where we're right on the corner and right on the price. Come in for a Black Friday sale going all month long, where you can find hundreds of vehicles in stock, always at the right price. Like this 2022 Sierra with a $2,500 rebate and 3.9% financing for 72 months. You heard that right. With rates going up to historic highs, you can get 3.9% financing for 72 months on all in-stock Sierras. So come on down to Gold Star Buick GMC today, where we're right on the corner and right on the price. What's in your driveway?
Keep up to date with our latest contests. Go to KION546.com/play and click on the contest page you want to enter. Check out the rules and conditions by clicking on the bottom of the contest window. Pick a contest and enter today.
Good afternoon, young realtors.
Phil goes back to school.
What does real estate equal? 80%. Eye contact.
Modern Family.
On KION News Channel 46.
Hey, look who I found out front.
Spencer.
I'm just glad I'm not the center of all the drama for once. It's about family and baseball.
Let's go.
See you at the park. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this.
All American. New episode this Monday at 8, 7 Central. Followed by a new episode of All American Homecoming. Only on the CW.
Find your Central Coast CW on these channels.
The town is closing the rec center.
Some ski resort wants to buy up all the land?
We only need $80,000 to keep this place open.
If I win, you have to have dinner with me.
Could be fun.
But he's the enemy.
Pretty cute enemy.
Amanda Kloots and Paul Green star in the new holiday movie.
I have never met anybody who sees the world the way you do.
This is the time for miracles.
Fit for Christmas. Sunday, December 4th on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
It was a pleasant Friday, and hopefully you were able to get out there and enjoy it this afternoon. Temperatures were in the upper 60s to low 70s, and that is all thanks because of the ridge of high pressure we still had in place. Now, it did weaken a bit today compared to what we were seeing on Thanksgiving, and that's why our temperatures for highs today were slightly cooler than Thursday. And that cooling trend is going to continue into the weekend. We're going to start to see this trough really dig into our area along with an associated cold front here. This is what we've been watching for you. So temperatures this weekend will return to near seasonable or pretty close to seasonable averages for this time of year. We have been watching this cold front for you. It did look like it was going to bring us some rain, and it still does. However, the models are trending a little bit drier, but we're still keeping it into the forecast for you because we could see some light scattered showers in the area on Monday. But the bigger story is this trough is going to continue to dig into our area, which means we could see below average temperatures for the rest of the week. It is going to get cold, so hopefully you're able to enjoy the nice weather this afternoon, and we're still going to see some decent weather as we head into the weekend. Winds are going to remain calm throughout the night. We will have some gusty conditions pick up in the afternoon on Saturday, with the winds, gusty conditions in the valley anywhere between 10 to 15 miles per hour. We could actually see some gusty conditions in the Santa Clara Valley as well as the Hollister Valley, and around the coast we'll just see some light breezy conditions. Winds, not a major thing to talk about, but we will have some gusty conditions at times. Tomorrow morning though, look at what returns. We're going to see those low clouds around our coastal locations. They could actually move into the valley area as well and around the peninsula, so don't be surprised if we do see patchy areas of fog tomorrow morning. And those low clouds are actually going to stick around throughout the afternoon for our coastal areas. We could see some clearing in Santa Cruz and up and down the Salinas Valley though, and for most of our inland locations we're looking at mostly sunny skies with the exception of a few high clouds in the area. And then that little disturbance starting to move through on Sunday is actually going to disrupt those low clouds. Here's what you can expect in your area tomorrow though. Again, temperatures falling a bit compared to what we were seeing this afternoon. 64 for Santa Cruz. Up in the Santa Cruz Mountains we'll be in those mid to upper 60s, 63 for Capitola. As we head down the coast, we're going to see cooler temperatures nearing those seasonable averages. 64 for Watsonville, 62 for Marina, 66 for Salinas, and 67 for Hollister. For the Monterey Peninsula, a bit cooler. We're going to see 61 for Pacific Grove, up 63 for Monterey, and 63 as well for Carmel. Up and down the Salinas Valley, we're going to see temperatures slightly warmer. We're going to be in those upper 60s, but not those 70s we were seeing today. 68 for Soledad, 69 for King City, and 68 for Bradley. For the next 7 days, well, for our coastal locations, we're going to be dealing with a few low clouds, temperatures nearing those seasonal averages, low 60s. That's where we should be for this time of year. And then we will have some gusty conditions as that system moves through Monday. There is still a slight chance of light showers on Monday, and then we'll clear out for a bit. And we're watching another round of systems Thursday into Friday for you. Again, temperatures dipping into those upper 50s. For our inland locations, still watching the chance of showers. We are cooling it down into those low 60s, upper 50s for a few inland locations, but at least we'll have some sun Tuesday into Wednesday. But we are watching the chance of more rain Thursday into Friday.
All right, thanks so much for that, Erica. Well, the pandemic created many barriers for students across the country, and that reflected on state scores. According to state tests, students in California performed worse in 2022 than they did before the pandemic. That's also including Monterey County. Statewide results showed that more economically disadvantaged students did not meet the standards compared to students who weren't economically disadvantaged in South Monterey County. More than 90% of the students are Hispanic and socioeconomically disadvantaged, according to California's State Department of Education.
Many of them with many more needs because they were delayed because of the pandemic. So we believe we have to advocate for those after-school tutoring resources and services that support the child as a whole.
To see this full report, you can watch it on our sister station, Telemundo 23 at 11 p.m. And a horse ranch in Northern California is planning a very special holiday celebration. The nonprofit Wild Horse Ranch in Lincoln started off with miniature therapy horses, but now it has grown its mission in a very big way. Sakura Gray explains.
With a whinny and a giddy up, Wild Heart Ranch is gearing up for their holiday spectacular, dubbed a Drafty Christmas. Acrobats will be doing flips and tricks on their galloping horses. Think Cirque du Soleil goes equestrian.
Different choreographed dance moves and gymnastics moves to different music. So we're going to do a drill team performance with lights. So we're going to light up the horses, and then there will be food provided as well.
Before the razzle-dazzle, Wild Heart Ranch began with a woman and her love of horses. Owner Alicia Stearman initially brought miniature therapy horses to nursing homes and schools. She saw people's energy change with these animals around. Students who were terrified to read in front of their peers gained confidence as they stood beside these horses.
And I just started to see the impact that it was having on these kids, and I thought, well, I need to change. I need to do this at a higher level.
Stearman knows the healing power of horses firsthand. As a survivor of sexual assault, her relationship with animals helped her persevere even in the darkest hours. She created a place to pass on that companionship to the next generation.
It's just a really calm place to be, and the horses are really good animals, and it's just really fun to hang out with them.
For 11-year-old Kayla Blackwood, the back of her horse is where she feels free. No bad days, no stresses of the outside world, just the wind in her hair and the unconditional love of an animal.
And we are following the latest on the World Cup. Straight ahead, Team USA and England were at a draw at today's matchup. We'll bring you the latest.
And it's High School Football Friday, and you know what that means. We got football here at Sequoia High School CCS Division 5 Championship. We'll tell you what you need to know after the break.
The Central Coast CW is social. Like the Central Coast CW on Facebook.
It's go time, California. The Black Friday Sell-a-thon is going on now. Our best selection of new Ford inventory is here. It's go time. Go to your California Ford dealer today. Now lease a 2022 Ford Explorer for just $289 a month. Hurry, it all ends November 28th.
Associated Services, you're always comfortable with us.
Regardless of the weather outside, Associated Services will keep your home comfortable year-round. Plus, we maintain all makes and models of new heating or air conditioning units with the best quality service. With over 37 years' experience.
Beyond compare. Associated Services, you're always comfortable with us.
Determination makes dreams happen.
We make paths that weren't there before.
It doesn't matter how far we have to go.
Or the obstacles we have to overcome.
And even when it seems like we can't go on, you're it.
We learn and we come back stronger than before.
The all-new CR-V Hybrid and CR-V, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
I think it's time for our dragon song. When you're tired and you're grumpy and you want to shout.
Pretend you're a dragon and let it out.
You feeling better? All right, it's our turn. When you're tired and you're grumpy and you want to shout.
Pretend you're...
Helping your kids manage their feelings now can help them as they grow. For more tips, go to first5california.com.
It's go time, California. The Black Friday Sell-a-thon is going on now. Our best selection of new Ford inventory is here. It's go time. Go to your California Ford dealer today. Now lease a 2022 Ford F-150 for just $369 a month. Hurry, it all ends November 28th.
And our sports director, Maxwell Glenn, is out live for us at Sequoia High School in Redwood City, where I know he's tracking some pretty big games out there. Hey, Maxwell, how's it looking out there? Are teams still getting ready? Are they warming up right now?
Yeah, they actually went to the locker room right now, but things are about to get exciting here. We got the CCS Division 5 Championships, Monterey in town at Sequoia High School to face Palo Alto. It's the 5 seed versus the 2 seed, but Monterey's been the underdog before, and they fared pretty well. Let's take a look. It's pretty empty behind me, but we'll take a look at what happened earlier today as teams arrived. But Monterey, fresh off a major upset. That's when they sent home the number 1 seed last week in the semifinals. Monterey taking down Westmont by a final of 37-14. Now, they're up against Palo Alto tonight, who recently ended Seaside's season thanks to a 34-6 victory over the Spartans. Both of these teams, though, currently on a win streak. The Vikings have won their last 5 games, technically 4 with that forfeit. Meantime, the Doors, they are on a 3-game winning streak. But looking ahead to tonight's game, look out for this Palo Alto offense. The Vikings scored 18 touchdowns on the ground this season, 16 by air. Well balanced, and they have quite a few weapons out there to choose from. Keep an eye, though, on running backs Jack Newman and Jeremiah Madrigal, each averaging over 60 yards a game. Under center is Declan Parker. The key for Monterey for them will be putting pressure on him and trying to bring down that completion percentage. But speaking of quarterbacks, this strong Vikings defense that is slowly taking the field as we speak, they're going to have their hands full with another quarterback. That's sophomore QB for Monterey. He is close to 2,000 passing and 500 rushing yards on the season. His mobility will be key tonight, which also brings us to our next factor in the game, which is youth. Perhaps the biggest factor in all of this. White has several weapons of his own, including running back Sokai Funaki and wide receiver Caven Collins, all sophomores. That means Monterey has less sample size, which makes them unpredictable, but that does mean less experience. They're trying to use it to their advantage tonight, though, and it looks like they're gearing up for it right now. Now, most recently, like I mentioned, they took down the number 1 seed thanks to a late game surge. If they do that tonight, they could be going home with some hardware. In the meantime, we're waiting for kickoff. We'll send it back over to you.
All right, thanks so much for that, Maxwell. Looks like things will be getting intense, and I'll have a full breakdown tonight at 10.